let's talk a little basketball. Let's talk about these Cavs that be wearing his hat for the
Calf,
last 2
calf,
months,
calf. It's funky too. Calf, calf, calf.
yelling it.
Yeah,
They
it's
done made the
stinky.
trade for James Harden and everything. And I do I want to play this clip. I want to play another clip for y'all. So I want to play, let's see. I want to play Charles Barkley and Shaq. They were talking about they were talking to Karl Anthony Towns over the weekend after they played the Houston Rockets, after the Knicks played the Houston Rockets. And Shaq and them, they had something interesting to say to Karl Anthony Towns that I think applies a little bit to our Cleveland Cavaliers. So I want y'all to take a listen to this. So let me pull that up. Take a listen. I'll play like the first minute and a half or so.
Carl, Shaq here. You know us. We're from Jersey, so I always keep it real. At the beginning of the game, I said you were playing soft because I've seen you at times when you play great. And what you must understand in New York, you need to be great for you guys to win the championship. It's high aspirations. Yeah. You know, if you guys win the championship, of course they're going to talk about Brunson, but it's you and your play. You have to be dominant. You responded very, very well. You played well. You played in the paint. That's how you should play. You should always play great. Being from Jersey, good ain't good enough. You had a great game tonight. I'm proud of you.
For sure. But what you said, too, is if we win a championship, they could talk about anybody as long as we all get a ring. That's the most important thing.
No, but
I don't care. I don't care about none of that.
No, but you got to play great. 1-2 punch, and you part of that 1-2 punch.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Right.
But, you know, I want to make sure we all understand the biggest goal and the main goal here is to win. You know, it don't matter about who gets the credit or whatever.
I just want to be part of the ring. Great. Nope, you got to play great.
Sure.
Get the credit.
I hear you.
Yeah, okay.
Legend, I agree with you.
All right.
I agree with you.
You know I got your jersey, baby.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What you think about his response? Carl
is a nice kid.
But in order to?
Everybody can't be Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, natural born killers.
But everybody can have that mentality.
Yeah, that's not true. Shaq, you are one of the greatest.
If you're going to be great, it's about mentality.
Shaq, but everybody's not built the same.
Okay.
Like, it'd be nice to say everybody just want to be killed. Some guys, they're great players who are nice people.
Okay, but hold on. Let me stop you. Scott Skiles had a killer mentality. He wasn't a great player, but he had the mentality.
Yeah, that's the way Scott Skiles had to be that. Or he wouldn't have been in the NBA.
And guess what? He has to be that. They win the championship.
No, because
am I right?
You are. You're Check, right. You cannot make a nice guy mean. You either born with it or you're not.
All right, so we've had this conversation on many occasions, right?
Jarrett Allen.
So one.
Yeah, okay. I'm ready. Come on, dog.
We've had this conversation. We've definitely had this conversation. And one of the things I wanted to play this because you could take this and apply this to the Cavaliers. You know, even though we've had great regular season success, we've also had some playoffs where we've been bullied and pushed around, and thus we've had early exits because of it. So I wanted to get y'all thoughts on this. So, like you said, we got a bunch of nice guys. We know we don't have anybody with a Kobe mentality, but we also seen where not every team that wins the championship has somebody that has that Kobe mentality. So I want to know, what does it take? Will it, with the trade of James Harden coming to the Cavaliers, are we moving less like our 1990s version of the Cavaliers with Brad Daugherty, Mark Price, and Craig Elo, and moving more towards the 2016 Cavaliers with LeBron, Kyrie, and K Love and the crew? Who want to jump in? Look, Beacon making that crazy face.
Yeah, I want him to go first, of course.
So, what? That was a wild question?
Yeah, that was a wild question.
Before you even jump in on that,
what?
So you don't see this team, as far as physicality and toughness, being more like the 1990s version of the Cavaliers? Before
you talking about this team
trade?
Right now?
This team right now.
This team right now.
Before we made the Harden trade, That wasn't what it was looking like to you when it came to the playoffs?
No, that's what it was looking like to y'all. Because first of all, this clip that you play is in support of what I've always said. This league ain't that now. I mean, you got a bunch of guys, and I'm gonna leave because Rick brought up something we was talking in, but I'm gonna let you bring that up. You remember what you said, Rick? I'm gonna let you bring that up when it comes time to you to speak. Because there's a couple players he asked about, which was key. But this league ain't that. So you got Cat Williams, who is obviously flaming. He's scared of Shaq. He couldn't even look directly in the camera. So, but he's a big guy. He can come out there and play and play frail. And New York is stacked enough to still be contenders. This ain't that league. SGA, he go get buckets. But is he a dog? No. He like some other guys that Rick about to mention. He go get buckets, but can you say he a dog? No. He ain't no Kobe or no Mike. Or even Brian, he ain't none of them dudes, but he go get buckets. So you got to redefine what bucket getters are and this dog mentality, air quotes, because these guys just ain't it. Now, coming back to answer your questions, Ian, with the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jarrett Allen has been playing out his body, and before y'all say and give it up to damn James Harden, the man been playing out his body in the month of February, way before Harden got there. It was a few games before. He dropped 40 damn points before Harden was here. So it ain't all James Harden. My man has been hearing y'all talk this nonsense. Jarrett Allen is a dog. He's a beast. But no, he's not going to go out there and just go crazy. But he been going crazy in the month of February. I don't know what got into him. He tired of y'all talking. He tired of you, E. Curry, talking about him. So now he got this dog mentality. Even to the sense where he even ignored the play. And he took that bucket to get his 40th point. So, and again, now you trying to shit on Mark Price. Let me tell you something about Mark Price and Brad Daugherty. Them dudes might not have been knocking dudes out, but Price was an all-star, very well respected, and we would have went to championships had it not been for the second greatest player of all time in Michael Jordan. He was the one that kept us out the playoffs while we talking. So what we talking about here?
Was that a dog?
Huh? Who?
Was that a dog?
Mark Price? Hell yeah, he was a dog.
The second, who you call the second greatest player?
Who? Michael Jordan?
Yeah, was that a dog?
He was a dog in the sense that he knocked his players out the way. He choked him. He choked his teammate. He did a bunch of stuff. He was notorious. He was a notorious guy.
Did the Cavs have a dog when they went up against him?
I'm saying, they post a dog. They post Ron Harper and took him to their squad because Ron Harper was the one that could play Jordan. But we ain't talk about that. But we ain't need no dog. We would have went there with the guys that we had. Because now, Rick, I'm tag teaming Rick in. Here, Rick, swap. Light Skin Nation, get him, Rick.
So if I'm putting a barometer on what I guess Charles Barkley is trying to say, if Kawhi Leonard is your like middle spot, he's very even keeled. He never get high, he never get low. You don't never see him act out of character, but he's got a little edge to him. So like if that's your middle, Draymond Green is on the other end of that, or Vernon Maxwell, or the guy I'm talking about. If that's the other end of the spectrum, and David Robinson is the other end of that spectrum, the nice guy. I think what Charles means is you got to define this. It's competitiveness. Like you could be competitive, but not be chirpy on the floor. And that's going to look a certain way. Yeah, Joakim Noah looked a certain way on the floor. But LeBron always got the best of him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you have to be that guy in order to be competitive. And so what I think what B is trying to say about what you compared with those Cavs teams, we can say we want to about those Cavs teams. They showed up. They showed a lot in the playoffs, a lot more than these Cavs teams did locally. The 16 team was an anomaly. That was a very special team. With the GOAT. Other teams with the Dohertys and the Nance and the Ron Harpers and the Bobby Fields and the Terrell Brandons and the Steve Kerr's. Like Steve Kerr played for the Cavs.
He did.
We say he's kind of feisty.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dude Mike choked out. They fought.
Yep.
Right. But those guys were still competitive. So I think Charles is just saying he wants it to look a certain way, but I don't agree with that it's got to look a certain way.
Yeah.
Okay, the Pistons, they had Rashid. Rashid looked the way you wanted a dog to look. Joe Johnson, dog. But he ain't look
Nice
like
guy.
Rashid, or he ain't look like Vernon Maxwell. He looked more like Kawhi Leonard. So I think
give me the ball. He just said, give me the ball.
There's a look that they want to see, and Draymond Green looks exactly how they want him to look right now. And I saw this dude jump on somebody's back in the middle of a basketball game. Like,
yeah,
what are we doing, dog?
that's a dog. But give me Tim Duncan soft ass any day, and I'm surprised because that's Zen GOAT. I'm surprised because Tim Duncan wasn't no dog, but he can go out there and get buckets. He's a nice guy. He's a suburban.
Yeah, he's a quiet assassin. That's what he was. But all right,
but it's
Coachy,
a dog by definition.
Come and save me, man. Come and save me, Coach.
Hurry down, bend down.
Hey, you know what? That's why I always let B go first, because I won't say I'm never surprised what comes out of his mouth, but then I'm so surprised at what comes out of his mouth. I'm going to go to one point and then bounce around. Him saying Shea is not a dog, not a killer, blows my mind. If he's not a dog or a killer, I don't know what is, because that man is a killer. He's a dog.
A nice one.
And a bucket getter. He's both at the same time.
Nice
but
guy.
for you to see the comparison of 2016 Cavs team with this team right now, and I'm including James Harden and Donovan Mitchell being the LeBron and the Kyrie, and then everybody else a role of, he wasn't an enforcer, but he wasn't going to let anything crazy go or nothing let crazy slide. He was going to jump in and stand up and play his ass off and still be a part of the role. Then you have Richard Jefferson, a good role player. Now, not Richard Jefferson. That's the bad comparison. So I'll go with Kevin Love. That was the bad comparison.
Nice guy.
Richard Jefferson was a bad comparison. I'm sorry. I jumped too far to conclusion. But Evan Mobley can be the Kevin Love, but he's just not consistent enough. And I don't trust Jarrett Allen in these big moments. Yeah, good. Absolutely great, dude. But when are you going to do that when it matters? That's when we need people to do stuff when it matters. In the playoffs, this February stuff, you can kiss my ass. That's not important to me. We need you to show up and do your job, along with Evan Mobley, along with these bench guys. Now, I trust Schroeder. I trust Tyson. I trust Ellis. I trust Harden. I trust Mitchell. That's a lot of names that I trust. Way before this trade deadline, all I trusted was Tyson and Mitchell. So now we have a whole lot of people that I trust that I know won't shrivel under the moment, won't be too big for the moment, won't be too big for them. So I'm looking for everybody else as the Jarrett Allen, a.k.a. Cat, the soft stuff. That's what he's known to do. So he has to prove people wrong to not do it. That's why Shaq said what he said, because it's a track record of the same behavior and the same softness and the same, well, I don't care who get the accolade. It's not about you getting the accolades. It's about you being a dominant player and asserting your will in that game so you can get the championship. If you don't do that, you won't get the championship. So that's all Shaq was saying, the Cat. And like I said, that same thing applies to Jarrett Allen. If Jarrett Allen plays like this in the playoffs, we're going to be a very hard team to beat. I just don't think that he can do it because he hasn't shown me that he can do it. If Evan Mobley comes along and plays the way Jarrett Allen is playing, I know it's not going to be the exact same thing because it's two different players and they're going to have to cancel each other out at some point in time. But if they play both of their roles the way they should be, we should be in the NBA Finals. I just don't have the confidence that they're going to show up in those big moments and do it because they haven't shown me that they can. So that's where I'm at with it. And I totally agree with Shaq with the Cat thing. And I'm comparing that and applying that to Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
What you mean? Yeah. You going to let that fly?
Yeah,
It's no
yeah,
comparison.
perfect.
Cat and Allen is two different dudes. They expecting
No, they're
Cat to
not.
be number 2. Yes, they are, because Allen not the number 2 on
Yeah,
this
he's
team.
supposed to be. He's supposed to be number 2. Cat is supposed to be number 2. Who else
Yeah,
is
that's
supposed
what
to be
I'm
number
saying.
2 on the Knicks?
But that's what I'm saying. But they didn't put Bridges and Anunoby and all these other cats around them like
They're
that's
role
him.
players.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Allen don't have to be the number 2 on this squad. And if you look at what he really done did,
Oh, he
I'm
don't.
really impressed.
He better not be.
Because you
if
gave
Allen
him
is
some
the number
flowers.
2,
Yeah.
yeah, no, okay, yeah, great. He's having a good February. Who
Yeah.
cares?
He's a
What does
dog now.
February do? No, he's not. It's just
It
February.
gets you ready.
It's-
It gets you ready. It's going
You know what it
momentum.
is?
Uncle
You
Momo
know what it is?
going to playoffs.
No, yeah, that's awesome. It's Black History Month, and he got a fro. That's why he's playing like that. We'll see what he do after that.
Have you ever seen him play like this before? Ever in his career? Ever watching Jarrett Allen in a Cavaliers uniform? Have you seen him
I've
play
never seen
with
him-
this mentality?
I've never seen him get 40. No, but he's still playing the same. His game doesn't change because
No.
he doesn't have any other game. He can't
No.
create his own shot. He can't shoot a jumper. All he's good for is offensive rebounds, lobs, and putbacks. That's
You
his
don't
game.
get 40
So, yes,
off
that's what I
offensive
want from
lobs.
him.
You don't
Yes,
get
you
40
do.
off offensive lobs, put back. No. What he's been doing, his mentality, if you look at and actually watch it, you got 4 TVs, so maybe you can't see it, what's going on. This man is playing with a whole different mentality. Like I started to question, was Darius Garland something? Because Garland was hurt, Mobley sat down, Allen was out there playing with a whole different mentality. Like, I'm about to take this little dude, give me the ball. And you ain't never seen Allen like, give me the ball. You know what I'm saying? He did his own play to get the 40th bucket on that game. You know what I mean? Like, so his
what
mentality
you-
is different.
So what you're telling me is you actually watched the Cavs game where Jarrett Allen created his own shot.
Yes. Cause I was like, why? And I've said that before on this podcast.
I'm Ray
Like,
Charles then.
I'm like, why did he stop shooting jumpers? Because Allen coming in, and Allen in Brooklyn could shoot jumpers. Like, he could shoot a 15-foot jumper. And it was like, now he like, oh, y'all leave me open? Swap, I'm taking that shot. You don't get 40 with just putbacks. And, well, he didn't get 40 with just putbacks. It was jumpers. It was creating his own shot. It was, oh, I see this little dude. I'm about to take him to the hole. Like, that's what he was doing in this run.
So with you saying this, which means that you're advocating for Jarrett Allen being a dog with one 40-point game that you're referencing, but you're saying Shea is not a dog with 90 40-point games that we can all reference. I'm lost on that comparison.
Well, that's a great, and I'm glad you holding me accountable for that, because I'm talking about y'all dog reference, and Ricky brought it up good. Tim Duncan, Draymond Green, Joe Johnson, Draymond Green, like they nice guys. Like he said, Barkley was talking about a nice guy. A nice guy can still go get a bucket getter, and that's why I'm calling Shea a dog by today's standard, but by a dog by yesterday's standard, no, he's a nice guy.
No.
He wear balls, man.
What you think about this term? It says in basketball, the term dog is often used positively to describe a player who is relentless, hardworking, and committed to the team's success.
Thank
It's
you.
a way to praise someone who consistently shows up, plays with heart, and gives their all, even when it's not the most glamorous role.
Okay.
That's the difference between Tim Duncan and everybody else.
Okay, show up. Well, the
because he
teams
would
you
show
try to shit on, Zen, they did that consistently. The Cavaliers in the 90s showed up, they played hard, and they grinded, and they got to the playoffs like every damn
got
year.
him nothing.
Because of the second GOAT. Like the second greatest of all time stopped them. They was the only one that can stop them. You could say that about Paul George in Indiana. You could say that about Toronto with LeBron. LeBron stopped Toronto with great teams, and he stopped Indiana with great teams. But it was the GOAT. It was Bron.
Toronto was never a great team in the playoffs. They were an awesome regular season team. You could not put them in the pantheon of great teams because they've done nothing in the playoffs.
So what happened when
Kawhi.
LeBron left the East? They went to the goddamn championship, did they not? I mean, you could pin
With
that on Kawhi. You could say Kawhi, but they would have been championship teams had it not been LeBron James.
That's why I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah. Now you're going overboard. You're going overboard.
Right.